Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janelle Samora, and this is Scent Talk from my closet, the fragrance closet. And on this channel, we go over all things fragrance. If it is your first time watching, I do like to focus on one perfume house or topic at a time. For today, we are introducing a brand new house. Not that the house is brand new, but we've not talked about this brand or this house on the channel. It is a niche fragrance house. It was established in the year 2014. Very first fragrance created in the year 2017, and then the launch was in 2018. The fragrance house was created by Christian Petrovich. Now, his hometown is in Dallas, Texas. The fragrances are bottled and distributed from his hometown of Dallas. However, they are made in Nice, France. Now, I'm going to give you a more of a brief history here on the fragrance brand, how the fragrance wore. I have a little bit of layering as well to go through. I mean, when I say a little bit, it's because the fragrance doesn't need a thing. We have a solid fragrance for today. If there's something you're interested in, go ahead and continue watching. Consider hitting that subscription button and the bell so you'll be notified to new videos. All right, so what else can we say? The owner, the creator, perfumer for the brand is Christian Petrovich, and he is actually has 2 decades of experience in modeling. He's an actor and a real estate developer. Lots of travels, to places far that I've never ever, been to before. All of those experiences, he's basically bottled them up. He took his just fashion background and his travels and used those as inspiration for these fragrances. Now, the fragrances themselves on the site, it does mention they are comprised of only the finest natural oils, in one of the highest quality and most expensive fragrances in the market. Argos takes their inspiration from the Renaissance era, as well as Greek and Roman mythology, plus the creator's travels, like I mentioned. Now, the fragrance house's bottles are exquisite. They have embellishments. They are works of art themselves. They're very heavy weighted, they look like. I don't have a full bottle. I only have this 10 ml decant here. Really nice quality, bottles you're going to get from this house. The presentation is beautiful, very luxurious. The whole brand just gives me, Las Vegas Caesar's Palace. It gives me a different era for certain. But the fragrance that I actually got to try and wear test is far from dated. Okay. It feels very modern to me. So we're gonna get through what the fragrance smells like, you guys. But there was also another release in 2023 from this house, and I definitely want to get my nose on it. It is called Love Triumphs Over War, and it is an amber floral, and it has raspberry, rose, and bergamot, lemon. We have some black currant, violet, iris, and sandalwood. So I'm definitely interested in checking that out after the wear tests that I've been doing with Argos Birth of Venus. Now, let's talk about the fragrance itself. The fragrance itself is inspired by the world's famous painting by Botticelli, from 1485, depicting Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, and passion, being born of the sea foam, fully grown, born fully grown. That is the painting, and that is what the fragrance is inspired by. It says it is a symbol of physical and spiritual beauty. The fragrance is the embodiment of the goddess of beauty. Ugh, that is the inspiration, you guys. We built it up. Surprisingly so, I did not look into the history of the house or even the fragrance before wearing it. I just know that it attracted me. The bottle, the presentation attracted me. The color of the fragrance, the orange blossom that it promised, the juicy fruits that were in the top and whatnot. That all inspired me to want to check out this fragrance. So got a hold of it. So here we are. Let's go ahead and review the actual fragrance now that we know, we've set up kind of what the brand is about. You can get a lot more information from the actual website about the creator himself, and the fragrance brand. but that was just like a little recap. Let's get into the notes. In the top, we have bright bergamot, juicy peach, grapefruit, orange blossom, and sweet lavender. Okay. In the mid, we have a floral heart of narcissus, jasmine, rose, iris, violet, paired with decadent raspberry and chocolate. And in the base, warming amber, earthy vetiver, cedarwood, Mysore sandalwood, seductive cashmere wood, and labdanum. What does all that translate to? Um, Beauty. That is what these notes make me really think of. When I was trying this fragrance, the feeling that it was evoking was of, you know, eating fruits in, the Italy's countryside, somewhere on the Mediterranean or something. That is definitely not in Italy. I'm so bad. Can you tell I've never traveled? But I am somewhere, okay? Somewhere big, somewhere extravagant. I mean, this smells so luxurious to me. Upon opening, oh, and by the way, you guys, the fragrance itself is extremely colorful. You don't want to spray your clothes with this, it will stain it. Oh, yes, this is a deep color fragrance. I can attribute it maybe to the orange blossom. I don't know if it's the coloring, the natural oils that the fragrance house uses. I mean, they are nice. Really, really exquisite smelling. My goodness. Right from the opening, I just smell nothing but quality. I get the fruits. They're really, really juicy. They're very detectable, and they're lingering around this sweet yet it's the classiest thing you've ever smelled. It's not juvenile. It doesn't make me think of, sometimes fragrances with a lot of fruits in opening make kind of smell like body mists. It does not give me that feel. It gives me a luxurious feel from the way beginning. Oh, yes. The minute, I want to say that has to do with the lavender, the sweet lavender, the way that it's not sharp. It's not, sometimes lavender can come off very, not incense, what's the word? Essential oil smelling or like very masculine leaning. I get none of that. I just get a beautiful, juicy, uplifting, invigorating opening even. Then it transitions into the heart, the floral heart, just so nicely. And these florals are beautiful. They smell as if you picked them from just the most majestic garden or the just most exquisite, lavish, floral shop. I mean, that is just beauty. That is what I get in the scent. It is interesting. It's so transportive, this fragrance. It gives me so much with just the scent. And it's nothing that I've experienced, so it doesn't feel nostalgic to me. It just makes me dream almost. It makes me feel something. And that's what I look for in fragrances, Brad. So we found something else that really truly has moved me. Yeah, so that's what we get in the top, and then going into that floral heart. I'm already moved. But then we do get that hint of that rose. Now this rose is not screechy. It is not a kind of watery rose. This is not a jammy rose either. I don't detect the chocolate tones. I don't detect chocolate notes in here, but I mean they're in there somewhere. Mixing with that raspberry. Um, that all makes me think, actually, going into the from this wonderful rose, sweet smelling beauty. I think the orange blossom also has a whole lot to do with my love for this fragrance, and then top it off with all of my favorite fruits in perfumery, your peach, your raspberry tones, all of that, then all of a sudden starts to give me a little bit of a noir feel, like a deep, like almost dark side. Like there's a little bit of a seductive, kind of air to the fragrance. So we're bright, we're uplifting, invigorating, beautiful. I mean, we're just radiating, emitting goddess vibes here. You know, when they mentioned that fragrance, what was it called? Hakeem Sultan. We did review it on the channel. I'm sorry, it was not for me. Yeah, I think it was called Sultan, the gold, beautiful bottle. How they said that evoked goddess vibes, like somebody eating grapes without, you know, anything there up top. This, this right here makes me feel some way. It gives me all those vibes, all those goddess vibes, like, you know, Caesar Palace. Definite. I'm in a palace of some sort. Oh, so good. Okay, so as we're getting, okay, so now we have a little bit of a dark tone as we're going into this base, and we just don't get a very strong sandalwood. I was expecting this fragrance to kind of tone down and just be really not not blah, not dry, but just more like woody, and it didn't go super far into that category. It's just got a little bit warmer, if you will, with the noir, you know, feel, the raspberry, the dark raspberry. And then it just got really smooth, but it retained everything that I loved about it, you know, from the beginning. So I would say that it had transitions within the fragrance, like, you know, throughout the wear and when my body would heat up, different notes would come out and shine. But at the same time, it wasn't completely transformative to where I lose that feeling that I initially, you know, the fragrance initially gave me. So I wouldn't call it full on linear either, but it does retain its overall scent profile the entire wear. So yeah, it's very high quality smelling. I truly enjoyed this fragrance. I've worn it several times already and just enjoyed it. And I am saving my sprays. Now, is this a laster? Is it a projector? You know, do you get a glorious scent bubble? I do get a glorious scent bubble. For the first 4 to 5 hours, we are loud. We're a bit loud. I'm a bit worried that, you know, somebody's going to call me out on it. You know, not 100% office safe, in other words. But then it just kind of sits back. It takes a little bit of a back seat with the projection, but the scent bubble continues and persists, and it's just such a joy. When somebody comes in your immediate space, they're going to smell you. You're still leaving trails, I would say. You know, it's just not, can't be smelled as far as it was initially. So it does taper down. Um, Believe me, when I get my full bottle, you know, not this year, we are not purchasing full bottles. This is a 2025 wish list item, you guys. I cannot wait for January 1st, 2025 to add this beauty to my collection. I'll be treasuring this 10 ml here. You know, every now and then there comes along a scent. I said that when I purchased Narco Oasis. This is another fragrance that I would have bought day of the very first time I wore it. Hands down, this would have been on the, I probably would have already had it by now before, you know, getting to review it. I would probably have the full bottle. But this year we are taking a step back. We are being strong, and we are only adding fragrances that we want to buy to our wish list, our vision board. At the end of the year, you guys, it's going to be a lot of fun choosing, you know, after giving it time and hopefully still having a little bit of sample left, kind of revisiting and seeing which ones are still full bottle worthy, which ones do I still want to bring into the collection. Meanwhile, hopefully decluttering some along the way and making room for those loves, you guys. I want a collection full of loves and just happy scents, beautiful goddess evoking scents. That is what this is, my goodness. So, as far as the fragrance is concerned, with layering, oh, and by the way, it sticks to your skin for hours. I mean, 10 hours, no problem. No problem. If you do manage to get it on your clothes, it's there. I mean, this is a scent that just kind of just gets everywhere, and you're able to enjoy it. In my hair, it is still. Oh yes, it smells so good. You guys, I also don't get any shampoo vibes or anything of that nature either. I do have a couple of body care items that I utilize with the fragrance. Very first and foremost, I went in with a unscented lotion, so that I could try out the fragrance. Once I got to know it, I decided to do two different things. Very first thing I did was add some more berry. I loved the berry tones. I decided I wanted to add Super Berry by Pink. It is just a body oil. So put that all over, wore my Argos Birth of Venus, and enjoyed it so, so much. This one does kind of taper off, and I figured, I would be safe with just wearing this underneath that, because the fragrance is solid. It's an all day performer. So I was safe with just the boosting oil. Next, I did something when I wore it again that was captivating. From the House of Gloi, it's an indie perfume brand. Absolutely love this. This is called Imp, and it was hands down the first thing I thought of after the berry. This has in it peculiar passion fruit mingling with sun-cured apricots, perfectly pink grapefruit juice, and innocent whispers of mimosa blooms. So this has your uplifting, invigorating fruits, but it is blended so well. It is actually very well balanced. It's an indie brand, and the quality of these fragrances take me back because of the price point, you guys. So I'll link in for you guys in the description. It is one of my favorite go-tos. If you are a floral, fruity, feminine type girl, you're gonna want something like this. It's so good. So combining this, I just one spray at my heart. I did the body emulsion cream all over the lotion there, and then I did this at my, Argos at my pulse points, the birth of Venus, and it was extremely, I mean, enjoyable. Okay, very, very enjoyable. Now, I think I will not do it now. I do not in any way, shape, or form want to ruin any experiences with this fragrance before I get my full bottle. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of experimentation, but this is what I have in mind if you're interested in knowing. I wouldn't mind amping up the rose. So for that, I have whipped rose and vanilla. This has some cacao in it, some whipped foam, and some crushed rose petals. And I think it would go really, really nice as a layering base to make it a little more, even though it's already feminine, you could make it a little more feminine, is how I would do that. Next, I would add Midnight Whisper. This is a beautiful rose fragrance from Day 3 Fragrances. It smells of pure quality as well. I mean, this is artisan fragrance brand. They handcraft, hand batch every single fragrance. Batch is handcrafted, is what I'm trying to say. Bottled in house and all of that in their lab. Yes, I would add Midnight Whisper, a couple of spritzes as well to my heart. It's also a really, really strong fragrance. I'll put the notes up here for you guys so you can check them out. But it is just such a not full on feminine. I would just call it elegant. This is an elegant, watery rose. Ooh, and I think it would just combine so well. I might even try it next time I go ahead with wearing this again. If Valentine's Day had a fragrance, had a scent, I think Argos Birth of Venus has captured it. The beauty of it, the passion, the love, all of those feelings come to mind as well. Just glorious. I love this. I absolutely fell in love. I'm enamored. Yes, sign me up. Sign me up. All right, you guys, that was it for today. I didn't have a whole lot, like I'm saying. I now more than ever, I feel like I really do need to curate a top 5 or top 10 for life, because this would make the list. This would make the list. Y'all have a blessed rest of your day, your night, or your evening, you guys, and you stay safe. I would love to know though, before I go, what is your I mean, just I feel like a goddess type fragrance. I want to know because I kind of want to step out and experience some more, because this one. You have a blessed rest of your day or night or your evening, and you stay safe.